stream. Um, let's just chat for a minute. I have a couple minutes before I have to go get ready, but why not chat? I figure. So how we all doing tonight? How dare you? Live chat. There we go. There's live chat. I like how we have one like but 0 viewers still. Hi. Hey, how we all doing? This stream shouldn't end abruptly if my phone works this time. So, as I was saying in the other stream, we're gonna be taking today off from making normal content because tomorrow's my birthday officially for 29 years old, and then what is it? Sunday, I go on a little bit of a trip with Michael, and we're gonna be going somewhere. He doesn't really know where yet. Happy early birthday! Thank you so much. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm excited to turn 29 because I mean I'm getting old, but I mean it's gonna be a good year already. I know it. I can feel it. So I've always wanted to spend my birthday with someone I care about. I've always had this dream. Like my family always asks me like, well, what do you want for your birthday? You know, and I'm like, well, all I really want is a boyfriend, and this year I get to have that, and I get to have a boyfriend that really cares about me genuinely. Also, happy 44,200 subs. You have grown so much. I know that's the most insane part, because now YouTube is officially my full-time job now, which is insane. And I have little tiny anxiety attacks every time I turn on my camera, and I'm like, oh god, you know, like I'm about to go out to like 44,000 people now. It's kind of ridiculous. Um, I'm still in that era where I would only go out to like 100 people, maybe if I was lucky, you know, and that would be over a long period of time. Now it's like I can go out to 40,000 people at once, and it's like, what, you know, that's kind of unheard of for me. Um, I'm still baffled by it, but also I'm very lucky that we have this platform where we get to teach so many people. And I know there's a lot of people that can't subscribe because they're still closeted, or, you know, they live in homophobic areas. And that's perfectly fine too. I'm not all about the subscriber count, but I'm definitely excited when I see that number hit the milestones, you know? Oh, happy birthday, Chocolate Fox. Gotcha. Well, happy belated birthday, I should say. Um, Uh, I subbed yesterday or a few days ago. You saw my comment. I always try to get back to as many people as I possibly can. I really, really do. Um, we try to get back to as many comments as possible, but I do limit myself nowadays. So basically, every day I wake up and I have about 20 minutes or so to respond to comments, and then I move on to the regular channel stuff. So pretty much like a lot of things are being done right now for my mental health, because it is getting insane with this being my full-time job now. I have to sort of schedule my time out, and so what I end up doing now is during a normal business day for me. So, like, by the way, I'm going on like a break right now from making content. You're still gonna see content next Friday, by the way, but I'm going on a break for a week here because, frankly, we just got done doing 29 episodes for June, and that was a lot of episodes. Like, June only has what, 30 days or something, I think, and we did 29 episodes in 30 days. So that's a lot of content. Rebellious is here. Hi, Rebellious. Rebellious is live on their channel, I think, right now. But before I had to go for my date tonight, I wanted to go live too. Sorry, Rebellious. Stealing your viewership. I'm sorry. But so what we 31 days. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. 30. I'm losing my mind. Okay. 31 days. So how do you make money on YouTube? Is it enough ad revenue? And happy birthday. Thank you for the birthday. With the wishes there. So basically, we do make money off of ad revenue. That's only a small part of what it takes to make this show, though. So typically, ad revenue is a portion of it. So that's why you see ads on all of our videos. Then you have merchandise sales, and then memberships on the channel with people that go to the button down below and hit join button down below. Super chats. We have sponsorships from organizations or colleges or whatnot. So all of that combined makes this a full-time job for me. But it's not a great paying job. But what I mean by that is, like, it has to be full-time. Like, trying to run a platform like this in your spare time on the side, it just doesn't work. Because I want to provide as much content as possible. I want to make sure that it's accurate information first and foremost. And I want to provide a safe space for LGBTQ. So we try to moderate as many, happy birthday, Matt. Thank you, Rebellious. An awesome stream today, by the way. But we try to provide that safe space because I know what it's like to not have that safe space. And it's very difficult to moderate thousands of comments every day. Right now, we're getting an average of about 50,000 views a day, which translates to, what is it? Probably like at least 2,000 comments a day, I'm going to say, that come through. And it's very difficult to moderate that. So basically, I've joined forces with a bunch of other YouTubers who do not provide the content we provide. We're a very unique place on YouTube where it's a classroom, and we don't really we don't do the same thing as almost any other YouTuber out there. But yet I'm friends with a lot of other YouTubers, and so I started asking around, how do you deal with this? Because it's starting to put a toll on my mental health throughout June, moderating that many comments and also trying to make as much content as possible. So what we decided to do was, nowadays on a work day, a lot of people say that we should have more subscribers, but 44,000 is still a lot to me. But it's like, because I remember the time when we only had 44 subscribers, and I'm so excited because we made this TV show so that way we can help just one kid out there. And now we get to say that we can help 44,000 every single day. That's insane to me. So we've definitely accomplished our goal, but we're not there yet. We haven't helped every kid out there. But so nowadays what I'm going to do is, on my work days, 20 minutes in the morning, I'm going to moderate comments, and I'm going to respond to as many comments as possible. Once that 20 minutes is up, I have to start working on new content for the channel. I have to start script writing, researching the new topics. I have to start recording the next episode because we're going back to one episode a week for right now, but I think we might be able to do 2 episodes a week if we're lucky. Any tips to come out as bi-gender? There's a couple episodes on our channel about that. But I don't have any offhand, just other than regular coming out advice. Um, but I will say that, like, it, we might be able to do it if I'm lucky, but I have to see how one episode a week does right now, with my other schedule. Um, but my business hours are going to change drastically in the next couple weeks, because I have a personal life now. Before, I can just work 7 days a week, 24/7, and it really didn't matter. Um, but now I'm able to work just 5 days a week, and I'm limiting myself to that because I need time away. Pretty much how it works is, there's a lot of studies on this, and anytime you work more than 40 hours a week, first off, you're not as productive for the time extra there. So if you work 50 hours a week, that 10 hours of time that you work extra on top of a 40-hour full-time job week, that extra time is not as productive as the first 40 hours. Secondly, it puts a huge strain on your mental health for those hours on top of the 40 hours a week. So I have to limit my time to 40 hours a week. And so that's what we're going to do. So pretty much anytime my boyfriend is working at his full-time job, I'm going to be working on this channel. And we're just going to go with that schedule for right now and see how that works. And that way, I think I can make 1 or 2 episodes a week on that 40-hour a week schedule. And then my mental health has 2 days off to go, okay, now it's time to just sit back, relax, and enjoy life a little bit. Because you cannot work all the time every single week. It's okay during June to work 7 days a week because that's June, that's Pride Month. That's when we have to do 3 episodes a week for everyone, and 5 episodes a week for paid memberships on the channel, you know? So that's a little crazy, but it's understandable during June. Whereas for July and beyond, it's like, yeah, I'm in a full-time job position now. I am 29 years old, by the way, as of tomorrow. You'll see a video on our channel tomorrow. Happy birthday, love your videos. Oh, thank you. I'm an LGBTQ on very young side. Okay. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for all the... my question is, what are the requirements to go live? I've been wanting to do a live stream. Maybe I don't have enough subs. I have 59. Yeah, I think you can go live through a program like OBS. If you've never heard of it, you can use a laptop or a desktop computer to go live through a system called Open Broadcaster System software. Open Broadcaster software. It's called OBS software. It's free to download, and it's very, very reliable. I've been using it for a number of years for my office. But once you get over the threshold of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, once you become a YouTube partner like I am, then at that point you're able to go live with your cell phone directly. And if you're not able to go live on your cell phone yet, there's also an app on your phone you can download for free from the iOS store or Android store, which is called Streamlabs. Streamlabs. There. So, how old do you have to be to get a gender therapist? You can be any age you possibly want to be. You can be like 2 years old and get a gender therapist. You don't want to get a conversion therapist. Conversion therapy is a practice that we talked about extensively on this channel before. It basically pushes you to suicide. And it's like, gender therapists are good, conversion therapists are bad. Just want to make that distinction here. What do you think about people calling LGBTQ plus support propaganda? I'm not sure what you mean by propaganda there. What? Is there an age to start wearing a binder? You can wear a binder at any age. typically you don't wear a binder until you're, what, 13, 14 years old, when you start developing breast a little bit, and hitting puberty. But after that, I think you're, you know, so I would say until then, you probably wouldn't have to worry about it. What's your favorite music, Matt? Country music or popular music? So I'm very big into Troye Sivan, Taylor Swift, all that kind of stuff. But Troye Sivan, Taylor Swift, Grayson Chance, any kind of gay music there. We have an episode coming out on the, oh, I don't, there's a working title for it. We just haven't, we've scripted it, but I haven't made the episode yet, so I don't know exactly what it's going to be called. It's coming out in July, I think, on the hypocrisy of record companies and hypocrisy of corporations, such as Lego and these big record companies, because basically, if you notice, like Troye Sivan's music, there's a lot of his songs where, even though he's a gay artist, he's not allowed to collaborate with men singers. He's only allowed to collaborate with women singers because it's more radio friendly. And even though we all know he's gay, when you hear him on the radio singing with a girl, it's a lot more appealing to a wider audience, to the record company, and that's what they want. On Lego side, on that Lego Pride set that we reviewed a couple weeks ago, it said like it's only made for people 18 years or older, and it's like, that's Lego's way of trying to be like, yeah, we're LGBTQ friendly, but at the same time, we don't want to get our Republican base and our conservative base mad at us. So that's complete bullcrap too. So we have an episode coming out on the hypocrisy of companies. Hey, my little brother outed me of being bi, all because of an argument yesterday. I'm so happy my parents didn't care about me being bi. Well, I mean, first off, he shouldn't have outed you, but I'm glad that that your parents accept you. That's good to hear. I was very excited about the Lego set, but I didn't like the part where it was 18 plus. Yeah, it shouldn't be 18 plus. It's a Lego set. I mean, come on. Any Lego of that size should be open to all ages. Man, I missed before we had a pandemic. I still remember when I sat with my brother to see the fireworks and 4th of July. Well, there's 4th of July fireworks this weekend. I mean, my second favorite food is spaghetti and meatballs. You've been binging LGBTQ TikToks on YouTube. You should watch Powered by Rainbows on TikTok. Just look up Powered by Rainbows. Shameless plug. No, what was I gonna say about? Yeah, we have a TikTok. Puppy promotion. Yeah. Yeah, I find it weird that Troye Sivan has only collaborated with people like Tate McRae and Ariana Grande. Like, come on. There are other gay singers he can collaborate with. Exactly. Like, he can very easily collaborate with Troye Sivan or something. And Troye Sivan can collaborate with Troye Sivan. No, he can collaborate with like Grayson Chance or any of them. And it's like, that's complete bull crap, I mean, I'm only gonna be streaming for a little bit because my boyfriend gets out of work in like 10 minutes, and then he's gonna call me. But a gay singer can collaborate with a lesbian. That's not. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but it's like, why out of all the singers out there, why not have a lesbian collaborate with another lesbian? So you can. What makes me angry, right, is basically when they collaborate these things, it's like you'll have like Troye Sivan doing a love song called "Dance to This," right? And he collaborates with Ariana Grande. So Ariana Grande does the second verse, and what sure, Ariana Grande is a huge supporter of the LGBTQ community. Her brother is gay. Like, she's a huge fan and supporter and a huge ally. But when you're doing a love song specifically as a gay artist, and when you're doing it and when you're forced to do it with a woman singer, it makes it sound like the record company wants to hide the fact that you're gay on the radio, you know? And that's what makes me angry about it. But we'll talk about all that in a future episode. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, by the way. Yeah. Wait, if it's a community, why is it not the fandom? So community is, well. See. The reason it's not a fandom is a fandom means that a fandom implies that it's a choice, right? A fandom means a fandom means that basically you're a fan of this certain art form, or you're a fan of this whatever, right? And you're choosing to follow that sport, that art form. You're choosing to follow that, right? So that's why we call it the furry fandom, is because you're choosing to enjoy being a furry, or you're choosing to be entertained by furries, you know? Whereas if we called it the gay fandom, people would think it's a choice to be gay. Whereas that's why we call it a community, is because this is who we are. I'm a gay man, and I didn't choose to be gay. So I'm a part of a community because we're strong together. We're strong by being together. But that's sort of why we do that. Plus, I also got the question recently of why we have the plus sign in the Powered by Rainbows logo instead of powered and the and sign for that logo of like powered and protected by rainbows and the logo of every episode. I got asked why we didn't use the and sign instead of why we used the plus sign instead of the and sign. The reason why we did that was because in the LGBTQ plus community, the plus is always there, and so we decided to use the plus in our logo as well. But even if it was a choice being LGBT, what's wrong with that being a choice? There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. But it's just when we're attacked from, homophobes and stuff, they're like, "Oh, how dare you choose to do?" It's like, no, it's not a choice. Like, I didn't choose to like men. I just do, you know. Oh, that's okay, Luna. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, but the reason why we go after it is because it's like the entire argument that homophobes have is based on this one little tiny pillar, and it's like, if only we can just degrade that pillar and be like, yo, that pillar doesn't exist, so everything else you're talking about, it's bogus. Yeah, how dare you choose to be straight? Yeah. Are you still live, Rebellious? I kind of like anime. I mostly like furry anime. Because I'm a furry. I'm so happy. Oh, Rebellious, did you end your live stream because of me? Please don't do that. But you bought a pair of shoes with rainbows on them. That's awesome. Oh, you're welcome for the terms. A lot of people are upset about the terms. They're like, how dare you miss this one? I'm like, there's only, I did 100 terms for the 100th episode of the season, and I'm like, there's a lot more that we can do, but there's always going to be something we miss. But 100 episodes this season, so far this year we've had 100 episodes. Overall, I think we have 350 episodes on our channel now. So, oh yeah, there'll definitely be a part 2. Also this week, we've had a bunch of people really upset about a couple things this week. It's like people are like, how dare you call bisexual just loving two genders? And I'm like, it's literally what bi translates to. There's a thing called trisexuality, which translates to loving three genders. And it's like, I'm going by the literal definitions here. What else were people upset about? I don't know. People get upset over everything. Is Michael on the live stream? No, Michael is right now. Yeah. Well, I mean, he won't be on the stream because it's date night. But as soon as he gets off work, he has an hour drive to get here, and then while he has the drive here, I have to get a shower and get ready, and that way I don't smell for date night. I try to answer as many questions as I can. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. If you didn't see us together, it's on the community tab right now. But he allowed me to release one photo of us. But I don't know if he'll be on any stream, because here's the thing. What I told him in the very, very beginning was, this YouTube is my job, right? So I'm going to be on camera every day of my life, and I'm okay with that. Because I like helping people. But I basically told him, hey, if you're not comfortable with being on camera, you don't ever have to be on camera. This is not. I'm okay. I'm glad, rebellious. But is your pay reliable for a full-time job? Not very reliable, but there's a reason why I have my own production company on the side of that too. So I have an income beyond the YouTube channel. Like, basically the YouTube channel is becoming a second company at this point for me. And someday the YouTube channel is going to be reliable enough to kind of take over everything. But right now I'm happy that I have two companies, basically, where just in case something happened to the one, I can keep going and I can live. But with him, I told him, I'm like, if you're not, if you're, what? If you're not comfortable being on camera, you don't have to be, ever. Like, this is my job. You don't have to be on the show if you don't want to. And I told him, I'm like, it's gonna be a little bit until I would want you, or even allow you to be on the stream or a show, because what you have to understand is, if it's too early in the relationship, and I invite him on an episode, right? Now there's 45,000 people telling us how we should date. Now there's 45,000 people telling us, oh no, you need to do this. You need to, like, no. The 45,000 people are not in the middle of our two-person relationship. That's very exclusive, So, yeah, we dogs and pennies is right. We do have that right to privacy if we want it. Like, I'm going to treat this YouTube channel as any other job. It's like, I'm going to do my best at it, but I'm also going to put away my phone at the end of the day and enjoy my time with my boyfriend, and I don't have to go to where he works to understand what he does. I'm really proud of what he does, but he doesn't have to be on camera to support me. He supports me to no end the way it is, as you all saw the other day on the other stream when he was commenting away, and he's just like providing support, and he's answering your questions. He was awesome the other night, and that made me cry. And what you all don't know is, after that was over, I heard how y'all were asking him, and you were all like asking in the chat, which I never saw, by the way. But apparently we're all asking, why don't you just say, you love him, Matt, and why aren't you saying that on the stream right now? Like you're saying you really, really like him, and I'm like, I can't say I love him on a stream, not for the first time, right? And yeah, and yes, my face just did light up talking about him. Anyway, but so after the stream was over, I heard about that because Michael called me and he's like, just so you know, like that was happening in in the chat. Um, and then all of a sudden, the next day we went on a date together, and I think like one of the first things we did was I'm just like, hey, and he's like, I love you, and I'm like, cool. I was gonna say it, but you're a little bit older, so I feel like I'm like, I love you too. And then I'm like, now I'm okay with saying it on a stream, but I wanted to say it in person first. That's why I didn't say it. But um, yeah, he's the best. But uh, he makes me blush all the time. And people are following our love story on Facebook a lot, and I'm like, yeah, this is too good. It is really cute because he's posting more about us than I'm posting, which is genuinely hard to do. So I'm happy that I found someone that's matching my energy level in this relationship. I can tell you really like him. Makes me so happy. I do. I love him so much. I mean, first off, he's beautiful. Then he's like the perfect gentleman. And then he's like also just the sweetest guy you'll ever meet, the funniest guy you'll ever meet. And like I always say about him from like day one, as beautiful as he is on the outside, his soul is 10 times more beautiful on the inside. And like that's the best part of him. It's like I get to spend my life with him. And like we're planning a trip to New Hope over the summer here, and we're planning a vacation in October, I think it's gonna be, to like upstate New York. Which, okay, so he didn't know this about me, but when I was a teenager, I always dreamt of like, I always heard that upstate New York is like a really, really fun spot. It's like quiet, it's romantic, it's like, and I always wanted to like go to a cabin in the woods up in upstate New York with my boyfriend. And because I wasn't out yet, I wasn't able to do it. And I was also like 13 at the time, right? um, I can't find out if you're trolling or if you're. No, that's seriously a dream of mine. One of my life goals was to find a boyfriend to go on these trips with, and then he's, what was it, yesterday night, we're on the phone and he's like, hey, uh, do you like want to go to upstate New York on a camping trip together in a cabin? And I'm like, I swear you talk to my family somewhere, because they all know about that dream and I never told you yet, And he's like, nope, I never talked to anyone, I just want to go with you. And I'm like, oh my god, yes. So so please don't mess this up. I know, right? That's my biggest fear, is like, oh my god, like this is a perfect relationship, I just need to not mess it up now. You guys are great together. We are. I mean, so no, Wednesday night we went on that date. He said I love you, I said I love you back, and then we just couldn't stop saying it all night long. But we went to dinner, we went to the movies together. We saw A Quiet Place 2 with John Krasinski. So that's a really good movie, by the way. But I hate horror movies. I hate scary movies. So what he did was he just like sat in the chair. I'll play it out. So he sat in his chair, and first off, he got his popcorn, which I love. And then then he is like, he just puts his arm around me, and I'm like, okay, so you're okay with like being public about this? And he's like, yeah. And so then I like put my head into his arm, and just every time there's a scary part, I would like just flinched a little bit, and he like grabbed me a little bit, and I'm just like, this is the cutest thing ever. So yeah. But yeah, it was a really nice movie. But that's the thing. Now I have someone to protect me during the scary parts of a movie. So it's very, very good. Because I don't like scary movies. I'm a very scared puppy. But then tonight there's fireworks in town, so I he's already joking with me. He's like, I mean, you're there's fireworks, and you're gonna are you gonna be a scared little puppy? And I'm like, well, I mean, it wouldn't be bad if he held me, you know. Um, what are you doing in the chat? Someone ate your cheese sticks. That's good. Channel stress is really a thing. That is very true. Rebellious knows, but I mean, Rebellious is like, my channel didn't stress me back when I was only going out to 100 people. Now it's like every time I turn on the camera, I'm like, now there's 50 people on. Like, there's 50 people watching me right now. You know? It's scary. What's your opinion of your icon? So I don't really comment on flags other than LGBTQ flags. And people are like, oh, what are you doing for the 4th of July this week? Because it's 4th of July in America. First off, can I just point out how bad of a month that July is for Britain? Can I just point that out? Like, I mean, July 1st is the birthday of Canada, who seceded from Great Britain on July 1st, and then July 4th is when America seceded from Britain. So July isn't a very good month for Britain. It's not. It's really not. But I find that kind of hilarious. But so people in America are wondering like, oh, you know, what are you doing for July 4th, and how are you celebrating? And I'm just like, I just got done. My rainbow flag fell down because the bracket broke this week. So I just got done hanging that up this morning. And people are like, you're hanging up a rainbow flag on the 4th of July weekend? How dare you not hang up the American flag? You should be more proud of being American. I'm like, first off, the rainbow flag symbolizes more hope and freedom than the American flag has ever symbolized. And secondly, the rainbow flag I'm hanging in honor of my uncle, who, according to my grandmother, was gay and fought for the freedoms of our country. Like, I'm flying it in honor of all the people who were LGBTQ who fought, and we are still alive. Anyway, I just got a call from my boyfriend, so I'm gonna have to go, and we're gonna go on our date. And sorry, it's not like, it's just my boyfriend called. So I have to go. Have a great day, everyone. Love you all. And yeah, he got me chocolate milk the other day. That was awesome. Anyway, love you all. Have a good night and enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your 4th of July weekend, or whatever weekend it's going to be for you guys. And we will see you in 2 weeks for another main episode, but I'll see you tomorrow for a special. Don't forget, tonight at midnight Eastern Standard Time, there's a special episode coming out on this channel for my 29th birthday. And then next week we'll have a little exclusive video for y'all that is going to be posted for everyone. So, love you all. Bye.